and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. You lot are starting. I'm just walking. I am not taking part this evening because I have a race tomorrow. I am running a half marathon, so I've been told in no uncertain terms that I'm not allowed to run tonight. Good evening, Jeff Partridge. Good evening, Tina. Lee Walker is running a few kilometres with us tonight. Who says hello? Yoko says hello. Hello, Yoko. Amy Green, good evening. Sarah Jacobson. Right, now, Sarah Jacobson we need to give a lot of support to because she's already 10 miles in. So she has run 10 miles already. She has 10 miles to go with us this evening. So good luck to... Why am I with you still? No, I can't possibly be with you. I'm walking very slowly behind. Marcus Holmes says, you've got this, Sarah. Right, is Marcus Holmes still on a plane watching? Are you watching live on a plane? I tell you what, it's a long time since I have been on a plane with full Wi-Fi. I can YouTube from 30,000 feet, but not Zwift. Very annoying. So Marcus Holmes, right at this very moment, is in the sky on the way back from the UK. He's been in Scotland this week, and he's back to the US. So he is in the sky, and he has full Wi-Fi from 30,000 feet. Amazing. Oh yeah, I knew planes had Wi-Fi, but I've never been on one, I don't think. The last time I went on a really long flight was too long ago for there to have been Wi-Fi. Best of luck, Sarah, says Heather. Good evening, Heather. Hope you're well. And Kim Salt says hi. Hello, Kim. Hope you're okay. So is Victoria running tonight? Victoria is doing the full 1 hour 45 minutes. It is 105 minutes, so we're getting long now. I have worked out, by the way, though, that we won't actually reach 2 hours because I think the last week is 1 hour 54. We've only got 2 weeks to go, have we, or 3 weeks? It's 3 weeks till the marathon, so we will not be running 2 hours the night before the marathon, will we? Lee Walker says, "Are you getting to Paris via the tunnel?" No, we will be we'll be driving and getting the ferry. So we will get the ferry from New Haven, which we find. Well, we hope so. Yeah, if we can get on the ferry. Last year it was cancelled. When we got there, the ferry was cancelled. We had to drive all the way to Dover to get on a ferry. So we're hoping that we can get on a ferry at New Haven. It's a 4-hour crossing. So it's a slower crossing, but it's a shorter journey all in, and it's a more relaxing journey because we don't have to drive for so long. And we're quite happy sitting on a ferry for 4 hours. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, so we're not going on the tunnel, but we are driving down to Paris. So hopefully we will see you guys all down there on the 1st of April. I am well aware that is April Fool's Day, by the way. We will not be playing any April Fool's tricks on you, like not turning up or anything like that. We'll probably go to the expo on the Friday. If you are in Paris on Friday, it's much less congested in Paris at the expo on Friday, and we could meet up if you guys want, which we did with some people last year. So we meet up on the Friday at the expo, and then we go for a meal together on the Saturday evening before the race, and then we meet up again on Sunday evening after the race for a meal. Amy Green says, "Well done on your 200th park run." Thank you very much, Amy. I did say to Amy we're going to try and get the kids up to watch, but they were really too tired. So Victoria and I went, had a good time. I did wear 2 sashes. Brain Squished says hello. Hi, folks. Hi, Brain Squished. Hello, Jeff Partridge. No Zwift companion app for a bit. Watching France shred the England defence. Right, so Jeff is watching the rugby. I think he's meant to have put Allez les Bleus, but he's put Alex Le Bleu. Heather says, Sarah Jacobson, "Is this your last big run before the marathon?" I think she did say it is her last big run before Paris Marathon. Yeah, and it's taper time as of next week. Right, Brain Squished. Oh, it's Olaf. Right, Brain Squished is Olaf. And Olaf says, "I'm arriving in Paris on Friday morning. Probably make it to the expo in the afternoon." Yes, I think that's what we will likely do as well. If everybody wants to do that, that's cool by us. So we could meet Friday afternoon to go and collect our numbers at Expo. Jeff Partridge says it was his 199th park run this morning. So Jeff is 1 behind me. That's the first time I've been ahead of Jeff in years. I'm never ahead of Jeff in anything. Right, those are Victoria's legs that you can see on screen, not mine. Victoria is on the My Run treadmill, and Victoria has a screen. Hashtag screens for Victoria. Victoria does have a screen today. She's also wearing fingerless gloves. There she is. What do you mean gloves. What are they? They're still called gloves, aren't they? They're just called fingerless gloves, aren't they? Oh, maybe they do. Okay. Amy was too tired for parkrun this morning. Right, Tina, yes, I'm afraid you do. If you don't know about this, this was quite amusing. Tina dared me to run parkrun, my 200th parkrun this morning, wearing a sash. And I said, right, you're on. We will. So I went and bought myself a sash. I ordered one online, and lo and behold, literally just a couple of days later, it arrived in the post. And I was very surprised at how quick they'd delivered it. But then I was also quite surprised because it didn't quite look like the one I'd ordered. I'm sure I'd ordered something slightly different. But anyway, I just accepted it, and there we are. Anyway, about 5 days after that, another sash arrives in the post. And I'm a bit confused. Well, maybe I ordered two by mistake, and maybe I ordered like one when I was just trying it out and I'd got it a bit wrong, or I hadn't, I'd redesigned it and maybe I'd accidentally ordered two. Anyway, then Tina literally last night, says, have you had a package in the post, Stephen? And I went, no. And then it clicked. And Tina Beard actually ordered me a sash to wear at parkrun. So that was the sash that had arrived last week, like 2 days after I'd ordered mine. And then mine arrived 5 days later. Anyway, long story short, I wore two sashes at parkrun this morning. Jeff Partridge says, yeah, 200th isn't even a thing at parkrun. Yeah, I know. He says, who will be first to 250? So 250 is the real deal at parkrun. That's when you get your T-shirt. 500 or whatever. Yeah, 500 is even bigger achievement. There are quite a few people now getting their 500s, and loads of people have got 250. So 200 really isn't a big deal. Tina Beard does have her 250 T-shirt. So anyway, Tina, you do have to order a 200 parkrun sash for Jeff to wear. And he will wear. I know he'll wear it. Victoria's on 51 parkruns now. Robafett, good evening to you. I've just realised that Robafett, of course, is a play on words, Boba Fett, isn't it? I think that's what he's done. He says good evening all again. Amy says it's still a great achievement to get 200. Thank you very much, Amy. And Olaf says every parkrun is a thing and should be celebrated. Thank you very much. Amy Green says, after 6 years, I'm still not on 50 parkruns. Well, do you know what? It's taken me 12 years. I worked it out. 12 years. I started in 2011 with my first parkrun. And I was quite committed for the first 3 or 4 years. And I quite quickly got to 100 parkruns and over. But then once I got to around 130 parkruns or something, it really tailed off and I hardly did any. And some years I just did 1 or 2 parkruns. So it's taken me 12 years to get to 200. I will try and be a bit more diligent and do a few more and get to 250 by next year sometime. Victoria says she may have done a few more parkruns than Amy, but Amy, you are on a higher Zwift level than Victoria, she says. So don't worry about it. You'll get your 50th in due course. Heather says late join has dropped me beside Stephen and not Victoria. I am so sorry. I'm miles behind. You are going to have to do some running to catch up, Heather. I am just strolling along on the treadmill. I think and I did consider making you the leader, Victoria. But I thought I might need to type on screen. In fact, actually, I should probably type on screen, shouldn't I? So what I'm going to do in a minute is I am going to give Victoria the microphone. I'm going to run inside. I'm going to get my phone, Victoria's phone, and my coffee. And then I will be able to text on screen as well so that... I won't be that long. Jeff Partridge says most ultras are on a Saturday, so it means you can't always get them in if you... Yeah, that's true. So, like, if you do road races, they're usually on a Sunday because you don't need such a recovery. But ultra-distance races are often on a Saturday because you need the Sunday to recover. So that means you can't do parkrun. That is very true. And there will definitely be some races this year that will interrupt the parkrun flow. But I do intend fully to do parkrun next week and the week after, and I have instructions to do them at full pace. I have instructions to go as fast as I can at my next 2 parkruns without injuring myself, of course. So there we are. So that's my plan for the next 2 parkruns, and then we'll probably miss the parkrun after that because we'll be in Paris, and of course. Kim Salt has just literally asked exactly that question. Will you do parkrun in Paris? Normally, yes, Kim, but parkrun is now not happening in Paris anymore because of the rule about medical certificates. So any of you who are doing parkrun, any of you who are doing the Paris Marathon will know that you will have had to have signed or got signed a medical certificate. And it is the law in France that anyone who takes part in a sporting event must be cleared to do so medically by a medical professional and have a certificate to do so. Now with parkrun is a free event all across the world that takes place every week. And anyone can rock up regardless of anything. And until recently, parkrun had been allowed to take place in France, but recently they've been having these arguments about medical certificates, and French law states you need a medical certificate, and parkrun simply can't facilitate everybody getting a medical certificate to run parkrun every single week in all the parkruns all over France. So unfortunately, long story short yet again, there are no parkruns in Paris, in France anymore. I know, it is ridiculous. Tina says, how ridiculous is that? Yes, it is crazy. But that's the situation. A few years ago, we did do something called the breakfast run in Paris. That was on a Saturday. So it's possible that we could do that on the Saturday before the Paris Marathon. We'll see if there is a breakfast run or not. Olaf said he got his medical certificate approved yesterday. Victoria and I have our medical certificates approved, so it's done. Yoko says parkrun seems a very good system. Unfortunately, we don't have more. What? The nearest one to Yoko is 30 kilometers from her house. She says just the one. She has to check. Yeah. So in the USA, parkrun, there are quite a few parkruns in the USA. However, USA is so big that often, yes, it will be quite a few miles to drive to your nearest parkrun. So, I mean, well done to you if you are doing parkrun in the States. I know that quite a few people who are going to Boston Marathon will be doing the parkrun at Boston the day before, or a couple of days before, because Boston Marathon is on the Monday, and parkrun obviously on the Saturday. So quite a few people are doing the Boston parkrun. Victoria is doing a 5k run, but it's called the Boston 5k. So Victoria's not doing parkrun. She's doing a race called the Boston 5k with Cecilia, and who else is doing it? Grace Shin. So Grace Shin and Cecilia Borland are doing the 5k, the Boston 5k. Jeff Partridge says that French law sucks. Italy is worse by the sounds of it. They want a proper cardiac exam, around £700. Oh my God, yeah, for Tour de Gion, that's right. Yeah, Tour de Gion, you need to get yes, that's right, I've heard that. I didn't know it was 700 quid though. That is mad. Mind you, Tour de Gion is a pretty incredible race. Yes, I do want to do it. I do desperately want to do Tour de Gion. Didn't we arrange me and Jeff Partridge are going to do it next year? Or is it 2 years or next year? Me and Jeff Partridge have already agreed that we're going to do Tour de Gion. Houston Salt Vernica says, wishing you all an epic season. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you. Heather says, oh my goodness, Jeff. Initially, we'd thought we'd run Milan, not Paris. Glad we switched to Paris. I don't know. I mean, I did the Florence Marathon, and we only had to have a medical certificate for Florence Marathon. We didn't have to have what Jeff's talking about there, a full cardiac exam. I think that might just be for Tour de Gien or like one of the bigger races. And if they charge €700 for everyone doing the Rome Marathon and the Milan Marathon, I think there'd be an uproar about it. They do, but no, the race starts in France, so it's listed under French law, isn't it? Actually, yes, CCC and TDS both start in Italy, but they're listed as French races, I think. I don't know. I don't know the whole thing. Anyway, yeah, Jeff Partridge says 2025 for Tour de Gien. Okay, so Jeff Partridge and I, we are planning on doing Tour de Gien in 2025. What is it, 350 kilometres? Something absolutely mad. Amy Green says, I ran a half marathon in Benidorm. Luckily, I didn't need anything for that. So, yes, Spain, you don't need any medical certificates to run in Spain. Houston Salt Vernica says €700 is incredibly expensive. That's Spartathlon territory, yes. Buenaventura, good evening to you. Jeff says it might just be Tour de Gien, but they were talking about Italian law. So, yeah, but I'm sure, I mean, I definitely didn't have to pay that much. Obviously, I didn't have to pay, anything more than what my doctor charged for a standard medical certificate for the Florence Marathon. But the Florence Marathon I did was, how long ago was that? 2016? It was a while ago, so the law might have changed, but I'd be surprised if they're charging, all that money for like the standard marathons. Buenaventura says, sorry for no join Saturday football match. Yeah, no worries. No worries, Ace. Right, I am going to get my coffee and 2 phones, and I'll be back in about 4 or 5 minutes. And then we'll start talking about the actual run that we're in.
Hello everyone. Almost 19 minutes in, and I was beginning to wonder if I would ever get a word in edgeways. Yep, Sarah says finally Victoria is able to get a word in. Sarah, you know all about this, don't you? Once the boys start talking, we don't stand a chance. I hope everyone is fine and dandy tonight. I've got a bit of an issue in my right leg. So I didn't do my long run this morning. I feel like my lower back is locked up and my right glute is not firing. So every now and then, I suddenly get a weakness in my right leg, which isn't good. Lots of stretching later tonight. And I'm pleased to report that I overcame my embarrassment to run next to Stephen whilst wearing 2 sashes. Oh no, Sarah has blisters on her foot. That's not good. Sarah, in the US, can you purchase those blister plasters? We've got a brand Compeed here, which are absolutely excellent. You put them over the blister and it helps with the healing and you can run pain-free. You really need to get your feet sorted before Paris. expected to get a couple of blisters on my side of my toes. Tonight I'm wearing these little mini gel sleeves that you can wear over your toes. And I find those really help as well. So whilst I've got a lovely screen in front of me, I can't see the live stream chat from here. Tina says, Victoria, you are so funny. I don't know what you're talking about, Tina. I'm deadly serious. Jeff is saying, don't use Compeed. Product of the devil. I swear by the things, Jeff. They're rather expensive, but they seem to work for me. Tim would like to know, did you get a picture of Stephen in 2 sashes? I did indeed. It's on my Strava from this morning. I don't know if Stephen's uploaded it to his Strava. Yes, Tina's answered already. They're on Strava, Kim. Squish didn't know late join was possible, and we've just got a fox that has entered our garden. Hello to Neil. Can't quite read Lee's comment from here. Jeff says any ultra medic will tell you not to use the Compeed blister plasters. They knacker your sock too when the edges roll up. I find with Compeed they just stick to my foot and don't roll. Neil Messenger has got Manchester half marathon next week. Good luck for that. You read out Lee's comment. Oh.
Put it on the Got it? Right, I'm back. Yeah, Olaf, late join is possible. It didn't used to be, but I have enabled it for all of the future runs that we do on the Paris Marathon Training Series. Yeah, Lee says he uses something that I've never heard of before called Hapleoban. Good old Hapleoban for me. Unless he's written something wrong. I don't know. Yeah, Jeff is not a fan of Compeed, product of the devil, he says. Kim Salt has asked, did you get a photo of Stephen? Oh, she's answered that already. Okay, Neil Messenger has joined us. Hello, Neil. He's doing Manchester half. Okay, let me... Olaf says, body glide, do a foot glide. It works very well on feet to prevent blisters. We also have used something called trench foot which is a similar thing that kind of protects your feet and prevents them getting too wet and like getting trench foot basically, and that also therefore prevents blisters. Yeah, and we use Injinji toe socks, which seem to help us quite a lot. Jeff Partridge doesn't... No, well, I know my friend Richard doesn't use Injinji toe socks. He says they squash his feet in his shoes too much. So there are, everyone chooses what they choose, don't they? I've got on very well with Injinjis for a long time. Oh, it's called trench. Yes, of course it is. Yes, thank you. Trench foot is what you get if you don't use trench. Yes. Hi, Neil. Tina Vid says, Jeff is not a fan of any of our favourite products and gear. Yeah, but right, Tina, what you have to remember is Jeff's part of the old guard. Jeff doesn't like anything. Jeff would make us run in our bare feet if he had the choice.
Jeff Partridge, you cannot beat Injinji toe socks and Hoka sliders.
Yeah, you're going to incur Jeff's wrath for that. Right, Kim Sol says... Now, this is interesting, talking about people that don't approve of... So, Kim Sol says, I use the thin Injinjis. Yeah, says she has to use the thin Injinjis because of the reason I said, perhaps, that they make her toes squash up at the end of these shoes. If you use the thicker ones, obviously, that does make it wider in your foot. The thing is, I've found with the thin ones, though, Kim, is that they go through very quickly. So my toes, my big toe, and Victoria says as well the same for her, big toe will go right through those thin Injinjis very quickly. Whereas with the thicker ones, like the mid-weight ones, which is the ones I use, I've had the same pair of mid-weight ones for a couple of years now, and they've been absolutely fine. Lee Walker says yes to Hoka sliders, no to Injinjis, they give me blisters. So yeah, everyone's different, aren't they? Me and Victoria get on very well with Injinjis, but some people do not get on with them. Heather says, what's wrong with the Hoka sliders? No, there's nothing wrong with the Hoka sliders. Although, the thing is, they're very expensive. And basically, they are just cushioned slippers. Well, not slippers. Well, slide. Yeah, but what's the other word I'm thinking of? Flip-flops. Yeah, they're kind of basically just posh flip-flops. Very expensive posh flip-flops. Yeah. Jeff Partridge wants us all to use Dunlop Green Flash to run in. Yeah, do you all remember Dunlop Green Flash running shoes? Not running shoes, just... we used to call them trainers, or yeah, Jeff Partridge calls them DAPs. Would you call them DAPs as well? Trainers. Yeah, anyway. So, yeah, that's what Jeff would have us using. String vest. Wear a string vest and a pair of short shorts and some green flash, Dunlop Green Flash on your feet. I love it. And Heather got some Hoka sliders for Valentine's Day. She was very pleased. Who did you get them off, Heather? Right, now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to type in game and see if that works. So bear with me while I say hello to everybody who's running. I know most of you who are listening to the live stream are running as well, or most of the people running are probably listening to the live stream. But I'll just message in game and say hello to a few people. Oh, Jackie Ramos is running with Victoria. Yeah, that's nice. Jackie Victoria says she hopes you are fully recovered from what? What she had done? Oh, she had a steroid injection, of course. Yes, I do remember. Right, let me just do something here a second. Hang on. Where are we? Swift spritz. Camera angles. Screenshot. There we go. Right. Neil Messenger is doing a lot of outside running at the moment, he says. I don't remember Walsh PB shoes, Jeff. I see that you are showing your age now. I was not a runner when Walsh PB shoes were a thing. Right, Victoria says, are they like black plimsolls? He says Walsh PB shoes for the trails, so there must be some kind of grippy shoe. I don't know. Right, Tina Beard's having a go at Jeff. She says, Jeff, you are younger than me, for God's sake. Get with it. Get with the times. Get with the young people, Jeff. Come on. Lee Walker reckons Jeff would be happier running with the Tamahara runners from Born to Run. Yes. Right, now I need to log into ZCA, don't I? How do I do that these days? Oh, that's what we do. So I've got a lovely hot cup of coffee. Christoph Hermans, hello. Victoria has a box of Maltesers, which I will be scrounging from in a minute, and a cup of Earl Grey tea. I think we better check in with Sarah Jacobson. How are you doing, Sarah? Because Sarah is now probably on around 23 miles in, 22 and a half miles in. Kim Soul says, how long before you spill your coffee? I will not spill my coffee, A, because it's in a very secure cup with a lid on, and B, I am only walking, I am not running, so it'll be all right. There's no need to panic. Sorry, did I say 23 miles? Yeah, I meant 13, sorry. She says she's felt better. Keep it going, Sarah, you'll be all right. We're here for you. You'll get to what? Okay. So, right, Jackie Ramos is improved, but still a little bit of soreness. Heather, right, says, I did 30 miles yesterday, Sarah. It was bloody awful. Sarah is finding it a bit tough. Her legs are really tired. And she's getting blisters on her feet, which are not helping. So... Oh, right, hang on. No, not 30. She did 20. But still, that's still... I mean, 30 miles is crazy, but yeah, 20 miles, it makes more sense. So... Heather did 20 miles yesterday. It was bloody awful. Sarah is doing 20 miles today. She's 13 miles in. She has got 7 miles to go, but she is suffering a bit with blisters. Yeah, you can do 68 minutes in your sleep, Sarah. And in 8 minutes' time, it'll be less than an hour to go. For you. In fact, for all of us. For everyone. Right, I keep saying I'm going to type messages to the group. So let me do that now. Hello, everyone. And a belated welcome to Paris session. Only have 2 more minutes. Lee Walker has finished for the day. He says thanks for the miles together. Long run for him tomorrow. Back to painting for me. So are you doing a watercolour of the ocean, or are you painting a portrait of your dog? Lee Walker is going back to his painting. He says, see you all later. Olaf says he did his long run yesterday. 30 kilometres was the toughest run ever. Christoph's congratulating Heather on her run yesterday. He says, I'm planning to do it tomorrow, but suffering a bit from a cold. Kim Salt says, go Sarah, you can do it. Lee Walker says, go on Sarah. So lots of people behind you, Sarah, to get those last 7 miles done. Lee Walker says no, just wall painting, nothing special. I did kind of guess that, Lee, but I thought I'd embellish it a bit. Go and enjoy your painting. Heather says, I listened to the MHG run yesterday for part of my run, Christoph. It really helped, especially since Clive ran for 10 and not 5 kilometres. Okay, so you had a bit of company yesterday on your run, Heather, while listening to Clive. Right, okay. Very interesting news for everyone. I don't think we've got time because the poster's already gone now, but it says I hit a new age category tomorrow. V55, Vet 55. That is a subtle and underhanded way of Jeff Partridge telling us that it's his birthday tomorrow. So we need to do... What is it today? It's Saturday today. Oh, we're not on tomorrow. Right, Victoria's already saying she thought you were younger than me, Jeff.
Stephen's going to whack me in a minute, but I genuinely thought you were younger than Stephen. Happy birthday for tomorrow, Jeff. We both go up age categories this month. Yep, I will be going up to the 40 age category.
She's such a dirty liar, isn't she? 40. Does she? Yeah. She wishes. Yeah, right. Jackie Ramos says happy birthday to Jeff. Sarah Jacobson, happy birthday, Jeff. So Jeff will be 57, 58, 55 tomorrow, Jeff will be, because he's going up to a new category, so he should expect to win some races tomorrow. I'm sure Jeff has already entered a race where he can come first as a Vet 55. Yeah, you should target good for age for... no, Jeff Partridge doesn't want to run London Marathon. Can you imagine anything worse for Jeff Partridge than getting into the London Marathon? He'd hate it. Heather says, happy birthday, Jeff. Christoph says, I thought Victoria was in the sub-30 age category. Yeah. Oh, she likes you, Christoph. You're now Victoria's best friend. Olaf says... I'm just nervous about finding the other 12 kilometres in the marathon. Hang on a second, I've obviously missed something. Maybe it's gone down off the list now. Oh, the mental, the adrenaline will get you through, and the kind of mental high that you get from running in a big marathon. Christoph also says congratulations, Jeff, for tomorrow. Heather says, enjoy your pizza, Sarah, you deserve it. She's not there yet. She's got 6 miles to go yet. No congratulations till she's done it. She's definitely not getting any congratulations from me until she's finished. Then she can have her pizza and be happy. Go and lie in the bath eating pizza. Right, my coffee is way too hot. I've heated it up far too much in the microwave. Right, Sarah Jacobson feels that I need to be more nurturing. What, towards you? More nurturing? Sarah Jacobson, you know darn well you can cover another 6 miles without me pussyfooting around and wrapping you in cotton wool. Yeah, you know better. Just get it done, Sarah. Stop complaining. Happy birthday, Jeff. Have some fine wine, says Tina Beard. Well, right. Victoria says, is this run all about celebrating Jeff Partridge's last day of being 54? Well, it's about a lot of things. So this run today is all about helping Sarah Jacobson get to 20 miles. It is all about celebrating Jeff Partridge reaching the Vet 55 category. It is all about remembering how close we are now to the Paris Marathon. We have 3 weeks left. And we have 2 more of these runs. So we're going to do an hour and 50 minutes next week and an hour and 55 minutes the week after. And then the week after that, we are supposed to do 2 hours, but we will not be doing that because I've mistimed it. And that would be the night before the marathon. So we won't be doing that. Christoph also wants me to be a little bit more mothering and caring towards Sarah. Okay. All right then. Well, I keep telling her she can do it. Isn't that what a mother does? Go on, you can do it. You'll be all right. All right, I'll be nice. We're also testing out Victoria because she's been feeling a little bit of a niggle. And we've had to get the not the foam roller, what are they called? The massage gun out on Victoria's leg today because it's been a little bit sore. Whilst when we ran parkrun this morning, she could feel it. Every now and then she says her leg gives way. That doesn't sound good. Are you in pain though? Twinge. Okay, when it gives way, she has a little twinge in her leg. You'll be all right. So anyway, that's it. So this run is just a little bit about checking out Victoria's leg and making sure that she gets through this okay. We should do well, Victoria's on, what are you on? 8.5. Yeah, Victoria's 8.5 kilometers per hour. So she should get through around 14 kilometers by the end of the run, I would have thought. No, you're on 8.5 kilometers per hour, aren't you? Yeah. I've just stolen a Malteser. But if Nikki was here, she would approve. Victoria wants to know, Sarah, is your pizza within reach? I don't think she's cooked it yet. Or is she ordering it in? No, she doesn't want any while she's running. Yeah, she hasn't ordered it yet. More fool me for saying she hasn't cooked it yet. Sarah Jacobson, just keep moving. One step at a time. You will do it. You will be fine.
Sarah, just keep imagining that you are coming towards the end of Paris Marathon. You've just looked left. You've seen the Eiffel Tower. You know that finish line is in sight. Tina is asking, talking of cooking, how was dinner last night? How did it taste, or how was Stephen's cooking skills? He took the eggs out of the fridge, he cracked them open, He beat the eggs, and then he disappeared. And he returned to the kitchen when dinner was almost ready to eat.
Right, this is outrageous. This is absolutely outrageous. Right, here's what happened. I got the eggs out. I broke the eggs. I put them in the pan. I put them in the jug. I whisked the eggs up. But then we realised that it was going to take longer to cook the chips because we were going to have, as suggested, cheese omelette and chips and salad. Now, we knew, obviously, the chip's going to take longer to cook. The potato is going to take longer to cook than the omelette. And Victoria was preparing the chips. So we were heating them up, right? So I left the kitchen and I went to do something whilst... Right, you can't be disappointed. I haven't explained fully yet my excuses. So I went out just for a few minutes whilst the chips were cooking, and then come back to do the omelettes. Well, when I came back, Victoria had already poured the omelettes in, and let me tell you that the omelettes were overcooked. They didn't need to have gone in that early. They could have gone in 3, 4, 5 minutes later and would have still been absolutely fine.
And then he told me off because apparently I hadn't cut the new potatoes up small enough. I just halved them, and then he decided to cut them again into quarters. And then he acted all pathetic and couldn't turn the omelette. So I went to demonstrate how he could turn it and keep it whole, and ended up burning my thumb. So I've got another hurty finger. As predicted by Paul Hayward.
Tina Beard says, always with the long-winded excuses, Stephen. Olaf says, hopefully when we start to taper, all those little niggles will heal themselves up, Victoria. Yeah, Victoria, that's what Victoria's hoping. Christoph is, I believe Christoph is siding with me. He says, yeah, that's how it works in the kitchen. You leave it and then you're screwed over by another cook. Exactly. And Victoria, and I'll tell you this, and this is no joke, Victoria is one for taking over in the kitchen, even when I say I'm going to do something. So I'll say, okay, I'll do this, and she'll stand there looking at me while I do it. And if I do something that isn't exactly how she would do it, she'll either say, why don't you do this? Or she'll say, come here, let me show you how to do it. And she'll take over. And then I'm redundant again. So what am I supposed to do? I cannot win. Right, Zwift Ace. Hello, Zwift. He says, Victoria, how long have you been running? When did you meet Stephen? There must be a story. Oh, yes. Oh, there's a story. Yes.
I joined Match.com 14 years ago. Whirlwind romance with Mr. Cousins. I couldn't run across a road. I couldn't easily walk down a hill because I had really bad knee pain. Stephen took up running seriously shortly after meeting me. I think he just wanted to run away from me. He kept coming back, primarily because he decided it was quite nice to have his food cooked for himself. Stephen did his first half marathon in 2011. I had my first knee operation 2012. Was it 2013? I think it was. And I can't remember if I started running in 2014 or 2015. My goal was to be able to run 1 kilometre without having to walk. Stephen had other ideas. He wanted me to do a park run. We got to the stage where I could do a park run, and I haven't looked back. And now I think I've done about 15 marathons. Jackie is asking, what was your knee disorder called? I don't actually know what it was called. Basically, my kneecaps were not tracking correctly, so they were grinding on my thigh bone. So I had ulcers under the kneecaps, worn cartilage, and arthritis in my kneecaps. But I was too young to have kneecap replacement, and because the worn cartilage was on the outside, I wasn't a suitable candidate for cartilage regeneration. So I had quite a very painful procedure, which is a tibial osteotomy, where the patella tendon, they slice it, move it, screw it down, and then it realigns the kneecaps. So I now run because I can, and I absolutely love it.
Okay, after that emotional and heartrending story, back to the cookery. Stephen should be a future running cook. John Farrell says, when did this become a cooking channel? Jeff Partridge says, the indignation is unbelievable, and Tina Beard doesn't approve of me calling you she. She has a name. Victoria. Her indoors, yeah. Her, the other half. Her indoors. Wifey. Heather says, that's a fantastic story, Victoria. There is a video about it if you want to watch. We did a video about 6 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago. If you want to watch it, it's called A Runner's Road, Victoria's story. And it's on the Film My Run YouTube channel. And it's just me interviewing Victoria about her journey, basically, towards her first ever marathon, which was so Victoria was born in Dorchester in Dorset, and so Victoria's first ever marathon was in Dorchester, the Dorchester Marathon, which doesn't exist. In fact, it only happened about 3 times, I think, and then the council wouldn't approve it anymore. So. Are we past half? Yeah, oh yeah, we're well past halfway. Yeah, less than an hour to go. The sad bit is not meeting me, no. That's the fairy tale ending, meeting me, isn't it?
The thing is, I've still not got over this fact that I signed up to Match.com for 6 months. And I think Stephen messaged me within the first week. It really wasn't good value for money. And I really hadn't bargained on having to then move house. I hadn't factored in the family or the marriage. And I certainly hadn't factored in all of this running malarkey. And as we all know, it's not just about purchasing a pair of trainers. Yeah, lots of pairs of trainers, holidays, race entries. But just look at the amount of people we've met through this running journey. Jackie Ramos says, running forever side by side with your husband. Yeah, indeed, Jackie. Stephen would like to meet my husband one day. Decided I would reward myself with a Malteser every 15 minutes. But I think I forgot to eat one 15 minutes ago. And I do see that you've eaten the double Malteser. You have, because there was two stuck together. And it's disappeared. Sarah Jacobson, remind me what a Malteser is. Can I have the yellow drink there? It's this little ball. It's like a multi, as in Malteser, a multi light centre covered in chocolate. And they're rather delicious. Amy is going to reward herself with a twirl in a minute. Nice one, Amy. Jeff Partridge is eating flapjacks. That's proper running food though, isn't it, Jeff? Amy says that Maltesers are similar to a Whopper. You think it's that? Aren't Whoppers burgers?
Yoko is very impressed. She says, you will run Boston and UTMB in the future. Amazing. Jeff Partridge reckons that I am not good value for money. It was a bargain. It was an absolute bargain. Right, Christoph has told on me. So Christoph says Stephen is sneaking one Malteser in every 5 minutes. I'm not. I haven't had any, Victoria. I promise. Tina reckons that's more like every minute. It's nothing like that. I've had maybe one in the whole almost hour that we've been running. How long have we been running? An hour, yeah, an hour. Just like we've been running for an hour, or Victoria has. You lot have. I've been strolling, and I think I've had one Malteser. One.
In response to me saying that flapjacks is a food for proper runners, Jeff says that that's because I am a proper runner. I just wish Maltesers could be carried on ultras or marathons. They'd just end up with some melted mush. me whilst I have a quick pee. John Farrell, hello. Stephen, please put a capital C back on your surname. It's really bugging me. Probably bugs you like shed quarters on the live stream. It should have a capital S and a capital Q. Jackie says, when will you bring back the old music, Stephen?
Okay, John Farrell, I have corrected that for you. So we now have a capital C. It was bugging me as well, but I'm too lazy to change it, or I was too lazy to change it. I have now done it. Jackie, the music, I hadn't even thought about putting it back. We can do the old music again at some point if you'd like. That is not a problem. Very happy to do that for you. Heather is going to stop at 8 kilometres. So she says, well done, runners. So she must be near 8 kilometres now. Not far away. Yeah, she's at 8 now. So well done. Well done, Heather. And Heather says, almost there, Sarah. Fantastic work. Yeah, keep going. Keep going, Sarah. You're doing really well. And Jeff says, well done, Heather, as well. I'll tell you what I've been doing the past few minutes is trying to get the video of Victoria's story up on YouTube for you to watch, but it's not working on my system at the moment. Give me a couple more minutes and I'll see if I can work it out.
Well done, Heather. Thanks for joining us tonight. And a huge well done for your run yesterday. Yeah, Jackie would like your old music back. Jackie, your wish will be his command. A bit dizzy when my avatar runs through objects. Amy says, Stephen, did you see what I did on Spotify the other day?
Amy says, did you... Oh, yeah, you've just read that out. I think I did, yes. Yeah, I saw something. Anyway, I didn't pay a lot of attention, I have to say. But did you basically put all the music together onto Spotify as a playlist? Or some of it, anyway? Heather says, best of luck for tomorrow, Christoph. Hope you're feeling better. Christoph says, thanks, Heather. I feel better running or cycling than doing nothing, so I just go for it. Tina says she quite likes this music, but I still often listen to the old music. Well, we'll do a kind of romantic look back then at some point next week, perhaps. We'll put the old music on for everyone. That might be quite fun. Yes, so Amy Green did make a new playlist. Oh no, Sarah. Right, listen, so with blister care, be very careful, okay? You need to make sure those blisters heal before the Paris Marathon. Olaf says, great running, Heather. Yeah, soak your feet in salt water or something, Heather. Sarah. because and try and work out what it was that caused the blisters as well, because you don't want that happening, you know, on your... I mean, I know this is your longest run, but you don't want this happening in the marathon itself. You don't want blisters to kind of get in the way of your running on the marathon itself. So try and work out why you're getting these. But you may know already why you're getting them. I don't think I'm going to have any success in getting this video organised. What was it? Right, Jackie is asking you, Amy, did you mix new songs with old songs in your playlist? Tina wants to know, could it be how hot the treadmill belt is getting that is causing the blisters? Olaf is going to be back at it tomorrow. Thanks, Olaf. Well done. There is a Spotify playlist with the old music already, says Amy. Sarah Jacobson says it could be new shoes. Well, it certainly, if this is this the first time you've run in them, or like the first or second time you've run in them? And are they a brand that you're not familiar with? Or a slightly different size or something like that? Yeah, it could be a number of things. Victoria says, yeah, it could even be if you've not laced them up the same way. My coffee is still too hot to drink, and we're well over an hour in. Yeah, it's still really hot on my tongue. No, I understand you can't listen to Spotify and the live stream at once, so I will... at some run next week, I will put the old music on. Jackie, if you're on a run with me next week... yeah, Paris Marathon training... Oh, hang on a minute. Let me see if I can find it again now. Is that it? Hold on a second. Is that it? Oh, yeah, it is actually. That brings back a lot of memories. There you go, then. Jackie's happy. Tina's happy. Right, Victoria's at 10k now. 10 kilometres in 1 hour and 10 minutes, and yeah, Jackie is with Victoria. Amy Green's just up ahead, Sarah Jacobson up ahead, Jeff Partridge just up ahead. Is it L Miles and G Brown? Yoko's just behind, and I am way behind, strolling along. I've done 4.5 kilometers of walking. It's a Saturday night disco with DJ Steven. Who would want to go out when you can have a night like this? Olaf says, I hope on the day Paris makes all the pain go away. Or all the pain we go through worthwhile, sorry. Yeah, it will. Paris will be awesome. So Olaf says, go Sarah. Jeff won't be happy, says Tina. Yeah, but I mean, when do we make Jeff happy? You know, I think Jeff, the thing is about Jeff is happy when he's unhappy. It's Jeff's default position. Yeah, Jeff says, I like old school, Tina.
Jeff is very happy and contented in the knowledge that he has a number of PBs faster than Mr. Cousins.
Yeah, we're not talking about that. Right. Sarah Jacobson has 5 kilometres left to do. And we are an hour and 12 minutes in. So we will be running for another 32 and a half minutes. So Sarah's got to do 5k in 32 minutes. You'll get it done. Amy Green says, you'll all enjoy Paris when you get there. I know, I'm sure we will. Heather says, Jeff is happy because he has a lovely van. Yeah, all right. God, you guys really know how to dig the knife in, don't you? Right, yeah. Sarah Jacobson says, I might be done before the time limit is up, in which case I am not running a step longer than I need to. Fair enough, Sarah. We won't begrudge you that. You could walk it, though. You could walk to the end. So run your 5k, and then, run your 5k, then go and have your pizza. Pizza and foot care, yeah. Go and sit in a salty bath. And actually, no, don't go and sit in it. Just put your feet in it. Sarah Jacobson has now hit level 26. Well done, Sarah. Great work. Good job. But yeah, I can't play it if I can't get it to play. I can't play it anywhere if I can't get it to play. I'm just trying to do something at the moment. Bear with me. I'm still trying to do something. Okay, hang on a minute. Yeah, okay, I'll be there in a second. Yeah, it's still coming up as a view. Right, I'm going to put Victoria's video on if you'd like to watch that. It's only, what, 6 or 7 minutes long, I think. So I'm going to put that on for you just to watch. Bear with me while I just sort it out. I've got it working, but I just need to make sure I get from the start. Hold on. Need to do that. Then this. No. This. Oh, I missed it. Oh, keep missing the start. Okay, I'm ready to go with this video in a second. Just getting rid of the advert. So this is Victoria's story of her legs and her first marathon, or training for her first marathon. Did we? Oh yeah, we covered the marathon as well, don't we? Currently over 11 kilometres in now. Heather wants me to put the disco lights on. I might do in a minute.
With Intuit MailChimp.
What do you think about marathon training then?
I don't like it.
Hello, I'm Victoria and I live in Worthing. I'm 44 years old. I've chosen the inaugural Dorchester Marathon as my first for personal and emotional reasons. I was born in Dorchester, it's my hometown.
Right, I'm really sorry about this. It keeps going to adverts and I don't know why. I might try one more. Victoria keeps telling me to just scrap it. But we're not having any technical problems, Sarah. No, there are no technical issues going on here. But I don't know why it keeps going to adverts. It's very, very annoying. Very annoying indeed. Anyway, maybe we'll come back to it in a minute. How is everyone getting on? You all okay? Sarah Jacobson must have about 4k to go now. We are 1 hour, 21 minutes in. We have about 20... hang on a minute. Do maths. 24 minutes to go. 23 and a half minutes to go. And I'm about to hit 5k of walking. Actually, right, Heather asking about disco lights. Victoria doesn't like it when I put the disco lights on. It messes with her head. So I'll keep normal lights on for now. Maybe we'll do disco lights next week. Or rather, not next week, but, you know, in one of the runs next week. Stop. Okay. Victoria's told me to stop walking now because my legs will be tired in the morning. Oh right, no, I wasn't doing disco lights. It's not a problem to do disco lights. I can get the disco lights on, but we won't do it today. We'll do it sometime next week. I've done them, but I can do them with you. Oh, look, Yoko is at level 27. She's got her white vest on. Very good, Yoko. There's Yoko. She's on level 27. Jackie. She's got her blue vest on. Well done, Jackie. Just ahead of Victoria there. There's Amy in her blue vest. The blue vest is level 24, I think, or level 25. Sarah Jacobson is in her blue vest. She must be level 25 as well. I know she leveled up to level 26 today, didn't she? So, yeah, I think it's level 25, the blue vest. There's another blue vest. There's Jeff in his blue vest, and Mr. Brown up ahead. He is not wearing a blue vest, but that's all right. Right, level 24 apparently, says Jeff, for the blue vest. So level 22 must be the orange vest then. Level 22 for the orange vest, the socks for level 23, level 24 the blue vest, level 25 must be the other socks. Oh yeah, look, Jeff Partridge is nearly at 10 miles. Sarah Jacobson's still got 2.5k to go. He is doing very, very well. What solidarity with you? Stop running out of solidarity for me? No, just carry on running. Keep running. Just keep running to the end. You should keep on running in solidarity with Sarah Jacobson. We are 1 hour, 26 minutes in. Victoria's done 13.5 kilometres. Sarah... Oh, I'm looking at Sarah Jacobson. Sorry, Sarah Jacobson's done 13.5 kilometres. Jackie and Victoria have done 12.2 kilometres. There's Victoria and Jackie. Amy is on 13.3 kilometres. So she's just behind Sarah. So let's just have a look at Amy. So there's Amy. Sarah Jacobson about 300 metres ahead of Amy. Hold on. No, that's not right. That's not what we want. There we go. There's Sarah. There's Amy. So there's Amy on 13.4 kilometres. Olaf says, well done to Yoko on getting level 27. There's Sarah running through the town on 13.7 kilometres, although she did do 10 miles before that, so Sarah Jacobson is well on her way now to 20 miles. She's on about 18 miles now, 18 and a half miles, not long to go. There's Jeff Partridge in his reverse cap. Jeff's on 15.2 kilometres, so 800 metres to go for Jeff to get to 10 miles. But we are still running for another 17 minutes, guys, so just keep it going, keep it nice and steady, keep relaxed. One more go at trying this video. Work out why it's not working. Yes. Yeah, we've got Jeff's heart rate at the top there and Victoria's splits at the bottom. Yeah. Right, I'm going to try this one more time, this video. No, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. Hold on, we're nearly there. I'm sure we can do this. Just waiting for the advert to finish. And it's not going to do another advert. After this one, it's not going to do another advert, I promise. Promise. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. It's going to be okay. Is this advert ever going to end? How long are these adverts? What do you think about marathon training then?
I don't like it.
Hello, I'm Victoria and I live in Worthing. I'm 44 years old. I've chosen the inaugural Dorchester Marathon as my first for personal and emotional reasons. I was born in Dorchester, it's my hometown. I grew up on a farm nearby. As a kid I was very active. I enjoyed pony riding, I was a member of the pony club. I used to enjoy swimming as well. But then in my teenage years I started to get really bad knee pains and I was told that I had juvenile rheumatoid arthritis.
It felt comfy.
Right, did you drink all your water?
No.
Still got some left?
Loads left.
Okay. How about the hills? Did you climb? What did you do?
I did a lot of walking.
Right.
I ran where I could. Really, really pleased.
2:07, can't argue with that at all.
So I gave up most sports when I was about 17, I think it was. Nobody really knew the root cause of the knee pain. I was always prescribed anti-inflammatories. I've had several steroid injections.
Hello.
And then in 2010, just after I had my first child, I was recommended to see a consultant in Hove. So we were discussing the options of quite an invasive surgery to realign my kneecaps. So I had 6 weeks with my leg in a brace, and then once I took the brace off, I couldn't move my leg at all.
Good morning, welcome to Film My Run. Welcome to the inaugural Dorchester Marathon and the Casterbridge Half. We're running the marathon. This is Victoria's first marathon, so let's see if we can get around in 3.5 hours, shall we?
So I had months and months of physiotherapy and hydrotherapy to get my leg working again. Then I think it was about 18 months after my first operation, I had my second knee done. It starts with small things and I gradually progressed. I couldn't believe it when I did my first 5 kilometres. My friend Tanya persuaded me to sign up for a ladies 10k race in Worthing, Christmas cracker, and I reluctantly agreed to do it, and I said I'll do this one race and then I'm dropping back to 5k's again. I did the 10k and I quite liked it. My dad had problems with his kneecaps and had arthritis in them. Maybe that's where I've inherited it from, I don't know. But the operations that I've had will hopefully arrest the arthritis and hopefully I won't have any further deterioration of my knees.
I had a little bit of a wobble at 11k. I think it's that mental doubt. I'm a quarter way in. Can I really do this? It's hard work. And it's starting to heat up as well, which isn't helping. But we're doing okay.
Why did I choose to do a marathon? I'm not sure there was a choice. I think it was a foregone conclusion. My husband's run many marathons. I've got friends who've run many marathons. Everybody was nagging me that I had to do one. And it seemed easier just to sign up.
I'm really struggling. I keep getting stitched. My legs are cramping.
Trying to fit in a full-time job, spending the time that I want to with my kids, and then fitting in long runs, it's not an easy balance. And it's physically draining, it's mentally tough. I've not always wanted to go out, but I know that I had to go out. I'm a member of Worthing and District Harriers Running Club. We meet on a Tuesday and a Thursday. So I can highly recommend joining a running club. It's the best thing I've done. So many friends I've made, the encouragement, camaraderie, the competition. I think since my operations have enabled me to run, I run because I can. I love it. It gives me a sense of freedom when we're running on the downs. It just clears my head.
I'm going to do it. Even if I walk, I'm going to do it.
The marathon's being co-organised by the Casterbridge Rotary Club, which is close to my heart. It's my late father's Rotary Club, and they supported us enormously through some difficult times. I think my dad would be really proud. He never saw me run. I run because I can. I love it. I think my dad would be really proud.
So 6 years ago that was? Yeah, we ran it in 2017, didn't we? So 6 years ago, yeah. So there you go. That was the Victoria's story in film. Yeah. Jackie says never ever give up on yourself. Tina says I've got something in my eye. Jeff Partridge said he had a bit of dust in his eye as well. Oh no, I've made Amy cry again. I keep making Amy cry. Am I just rotten, or is Amy just soft? Right, Victoria wants to say something.
Apart from that making me feel a bit emotional again, thinking about that. That was 6 years ago. I'm not sure that is a good advert for running, looking at how much Stephen and I have aged in 6 years. Thank you, Jackie. She says very inspirational bee. Thank you.
Right then, we have how long to go? We've got 6 minutes left of our run here through the streets of France, and Victoria and Jackie are still running together. Yoko just a little bit behind Amy, and Sarah Jacobson and Jeff Partridge and Mr. Brown are all up ahead. Sarah Jacobson is getting very, very close now to 10 miles, and she is not going to run a moment longer than she has to. Sarah Jacobson is only 400 metres away. Who's done a half marathon? Oh, Mr. G. Brown has done a half marathon. Olaf says, fantastic story, Victoria. Heather says, wow, thank you so much for sharing that. What a fantastic outlook on life. Anthony says, you've come a long way and are still travelling forward. Keep going. Yeah, she's still got more to give, Anthony. And hello, Anthony, by the way, who's must have been watching in silence until now. Thank you for popping in, Anthony. Appreciate it. Sarah Jacobson says, thank you, everyone, for the motivation and support today. She's going to finish her 20 miles in just a few hundred metres.
Well done, Sarah. That's what the Zwift community is all about. Helping each other get through these runs. You've done amazing today. I'm really looking forward to Paris.
Yoko says she's also crying now. So I shouldn't have played that. It's got everyone emotional. Well, look, we've all got a story, haven't we? Everyone's got a story. I'm sure you guys have got some incredible running stories and incredible life stories. Heather says, no, I'm not touching your Maltesers. I haven't had any Maltesers at all. I've not had any Maltesers at all. Heather says, Sarah, you're almost there. I won't be able to run my half marathon tomorrow because I'll be so stuffed full of Maltesers that I haven't had. And I'm going to blame if I do rubbish tomorrow, I'm going to blame Victoria. You can't put a box of Maltesers next to me on the table and not expect me to have some. Jeff Partridge says, well done everybody today, great running and great company as always. Yeah, happy birthday to Jeff tomorrow. And we all wish you a great day tomorrow, Jeff. Apparently, Sarah Jacobson says, I am accountable for my own actions. Oh, okay. Oh, Victoria's offered an olive branch there. She says, yeah, but when you're in a marriage, you share things. So it means we're both accountable. And done. Well done, Sarah. Sarah Jacobson has finished her 20 miles with 2 minutes to spare before the end of the run. Come on, Amy. Come on, Sarah. You can run another 2 minutes with us. Run 2 minutes with us. I dare you to run another 2 minutes with us. She's already logged out. Sarah Jacobson's already gone. Brilliant. The pizza has already been ordered. She ordered the pizza before she stopped running, didn't she? She ordered the pizza so it would be delivered to her door the second she stopped running. Everyone's saying, well done, Sarah. Who round up 15? Oh, yeah, okay, so Victoria and Jackie are going to round up to 15 kilometres. Yeah, Sarah Jacobson says, I've already logged out. There was no way I was staying for a second longer, despite how much I love you all. Yoko says, thank you very much, all. Yeah, Sarah, do you know what? I don't blame you at all. Absolutely, go and eat that pizza and enjoy it. Well done with your 20 miles. That is your longest run. Done. You can now start to relax a bit and enjoy your taper for the Paris Marathon, and we'll really look forward to seeing you in a few weeks' time. And we are coming to the end. Less than a minute to go now, although Jackie and Victoria are going to round it up to 15, but they've only got a couple of 100 metres to go. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining. Olaf says, great running, Sarah. It's so tough doing it on the treadmill. Yeah, 20 miles on the treadmill is a long way. Well done, everyone. If you took part, if you're just watching as well, thank you for joining us today. It's a long one, I know. Amy says, well done, everyone. Good job to Amy. She's done over 10 miles, 16.3 kilometres for Amy today. So well done to you, Amy. Good work. So we will see you all. What day is it today? Saturday. So I'm going to do a half marathon tomorrow. Victoria's going to do another run tomorrow. We will be back on Tuesday with the Film My Run 500 in the morning. And there we go. 1 hour 45 done. Victoria and Jackie just doing the last 100 metres. And Clive Finnemore will be back tomorrow. Almost certainly. Chris Beale. I'm not sure if Chris has already live streamed today or whether Chris will be doing tomorrow. But tune into Chris Beale when you see him log in. Paris Marathon intervals on Wednesday. Do come and join us for that. I know it's a tough session on Wednesday, but you will love it when you've finished. That's the thing about these sessions. They don't last all that long. You'll feel really pleased and proud of yourself. So come and join us for the Paris Marathon training session intervals on Wednesday. And that's it from us. Victoria has hit 15 kilometres. And so has Jackie. Jeff Partridge says fish, chips and wine now. So fish and chips and wine for Jeff. We've had tuna pasta bake. So we're off to bed, basically. Shower time and bedtime, because I need my sleep, because I've got to get up very early in the morning and go run a half marathon. Take care, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. Amy says, well done, everyone. Great effort. Good luck for Stephen tomorrow. Thank you very much, Amy. Christoph says, good running all. See you next time.
Well done, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. See you soon.